But before we leave the cars for camels, time for a quick stop-off at what's known as the eighth wonder of the world. The ancient lost city of Petra.
Walking into Petra are just incredible.
Petra is the legacy of the Nabateans, an industrious Arab people who settled in South Jordan more than 2,000 years ago and carved their city by hand out of sandstone rock. At its height, 30,000 people lived here. But in the 7th century, the city was abandoned and effectively lost for the next 1,100 years.
That is spectacular. 150-foot symmetrical carvings out of sandstone rock, the colour of roses, you know.
After passing through the village, we come across our second obstacle of the day. Over 1,000 steps lead up to the monastery, and it's already 40 degrees. The summit's in sight, but it's not an easy climb when you smoke 20 a day.
You could have told me it was like the one down there, but less flowery, and taking a picture of it. The final stretch, apparently. Let's hope it was a view. It's good. Well, at least it's going to show us which way we're going anyway, hey, love?
Yeah.
As we enjoy the view, I can't help thinking that I'd rather look at it than live in it. The arid Wadi Rum desert stretches as far as the eye can see, and I'm reminded of Omar Sharif's ominous line in the film Lawrence of Arabia, "The desert cannot be crossed. It's the worst place God created." And it's going to be our home for the next 6 days. Our camels are waiting for us. All that stands between us and them is a 40-kilometre off-road drive. The Foreign Office has issued warnings of potential terror attacks in Jordan, so Army Officer Gary has been drafted in to oversee our security. Struggling to keep up is our supply truck for the journey. The plan is for the cook to always go ahead and set up camp.
There's no way he's getting through that with two-wheel drive.
No way, two-wheel drive.
I was actually thinking you weren't going to make it. Go, 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 go!
You know, this car, it's not so strong in the desert. Not like ours car.
It was just, what a wise idea it was to bring that in the desert. Why bring a two-wheel drive vehicle into four-wheel drive terrain? Do the words piss up and brewery mean anything to you at all here?
I'll stay and work on my sunglasses.
With all our food on the truck and 30 kilometres between us and tonight's camp, it looks like we might be spending our first night kipping in the car.
It was hard enough for us with foils.
Letting the tyres down with no way of putting the air back in, thinking that's the best move.
How do you think we're going to get anywhere with no air in the tyres?
No any problem here in the desert. It's easy.
Mustafa, listen to me. Listen, please. Do not try and bluff your way out of the situation. There is no machine in those cars to put air back in the tyres, right? We take air out of these tyres now. We've got nothing to put air back in with. So we do not empty the air out of the tyres.
You know what? Chefs, kitchen, too many cooks.
The next bright idea someone has is to push the truck 100 metres up a hill into deeper sand.
Stop what we're doing. We are not going the right way. Listen to me now, right? That is it. That is enough. Listen, we are not going to push this up that hill, are we? We're not going to do it. So we back it out so we get momentum. We don't back it out by pushing it forward or letting the tyres down.
No one's listening to the commander. It's like it's their land, isn't it? Their sand. But regardless, we're going to get stuffed and stuck here.
I've always fancied crossing the Jordanian desert on camelback, just like Lawrence of Arabia. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're on our way to Wadi Rum to meet up with our camels. But there's a hitch with our supply truck, which is clearly not cut out for the desert.
Right, let's back to where we were. Let's all be doing the same thing, not 5 different things at once.
Excuse me. I know and I know my area more than me, more than you.
I appreciate that.
You have to know. I know this. I know how to take the car out.
We put rocks under those wheels to get the traction. We reverse it out of the position that it's stuck in, and then we go forward.
Mohammed, our guide, finally puts us out of our misery.
The plan now, he will drive from there, and we go to our car and we continue to the camel there, and he will meet us. And if he's stuck there, we don't come back to him.
Even if he's going to catch us up tomorrow, is there any way we can get food tonight? Because that's all our food supply on there. The combination of those two should be perfect. If we can get them talking again, I think we'll have a happy family.
In the meantime, vodka?
Better save it till later. Now I can't wait to get on my camel and swap 4 wheels for 4 legs. Our camels are waiting for us just south of Petra. We'll be travelling 170 kilometres through the Wadi Rum Desert down to Aqaba and the Red Sea. And we've only got 6 days to do it. That means 8 hours a day in the saddle. At least twice as much work as a camel should be doing at the hottest time of year.
Hey, Mohammed, it's beautiful.
Yay!
We're 2 hours late, but at least our camel guides, Leffy and Ali, haven't given up on us.
Nice to meet you, brother.
He will be with the camel with us.
Oh, superb.
Yeah, the camel guide. And he do the bread and the fire very well.
The best fire builder in the land.
Yeah. We are now like 15 kilometers from Wadi Rum village. So there's a government camel with us.
To get in on the action, and probably for the comedy value, the Camel Corps, Jordan's desert police, have invited themselves along for the first leg of the journey. It's our first 4-hour trek on camelback, and Mohammed's going to keep us on the rope in case anything unpredictable happens.
I mean, it's like pony trekking.
Yeah.
I'll watch out for me nads on this thing. They're nice fellas, aren't they? There's one thing tomorrow, tighter pants.
As Mohammed guides us gracefully through the desert, the support vehicles, along with the emergency doctor and director Marty, have taken a different route.
Our support vehicles are not good enough for this. They really are not good enough for this. Tomorrow I am getting on a camel. That is it.
Who needs a 4-wheel drive when you're perched on a cow's hump?
First forward, then backward, then forward, then backward.
Oh, good baby.
What's it going to be like after 3 days of this? Good, crazy. Wasn't that brilliant?